na vikao hivi vilikuwa vya kina nani na wahusika walikuwa kina nani, Mheshimiwa Spika. Jinsi nimeona vitabu vikiinuliwa hapa, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni kusema kwamba vikao vilikuwepo. Lakini cha muhimu ni kwamba vilikuwa vikao halisi ama vilikuwa vikao gushi. Na iwapo vilikuwa vikao halisi, ni lazima wajieleze. Jambo la pili, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni video ambayo nimeona hapa ndani ikionyesha ofisi iliyokuwa imevunjwa, vifaa vimebomolewa, na ikanipa taswira ya maandamano yaliyokuwepo juzi, Mheshimiwa Spika, kwamba kweli kule Isiolo kuna wahuni, kuna majambazi. Na iwapo ni hivyo, Mheshimiwa Spika, lazima tuwafuate, wakamatwe, kwa sababu wanahujumu shughuli za kaunti ya Isiolo. Mwisho kabisa, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni kwamba Waswahili husema kuku akijipata kwenye kesi ambaye mwewe ndiyo jaji atapata haki. Na jambo la pili, iwapo umewafuga kuku wamevuka ua na unampata mbweha anawaandama kuku wako, utamfurusha mbweha ama mkungute na fimbo alafu mkamate kuku mrudishe kwenye boma? Asante sana, Mheshimiwa Spika.
Senator Kathuri.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, also for this opportunity to make a brief comment on Honorable Speaker, protect me from this right here.
You're duly protected. Proceed, yes.
So, Mr. Speaker, you know, I've heard so many stories about Isiolo in the Senate committees, when committees visited the county. So, Mr. Speaker, personally, this week, I was very happy because Isiolo is my neighbor, just next door neighbor, to know the issues that are in Isiolo County. But today, Mr. Speaker, also looking at this document, which has never, Mr. Speaker, this is public participation evidence, this big document. So, Mr. Speaker, I thought I would be able to scrutinize all these issues this week so that I can be able to know exactly the issues in Isiolo. I've never interacted with whatever happens there because I'm not in any of those committees. But, Mr. Speaker, looking at what has happened through the PO, it is like I've lost that opportunity. And listening to my colleagues, it's like I'm losing that opportunity to understand what is happening. So, Mr. Speaker, mine is to say, if the issues in Isiolo, the only house that can help Isiolo sort its problem is the Senate. We can never run away from our responsibility, Honorable Speaker. The committees mentioned, devolution, PAC, CPIC, any other committee, health, I saw them in Isiolo. We have that responsibility to assist Isiolo work. So, Mr. Speaker, this House has a big responsibility, even though we will make a decision today in one or the other. We are elected by the people of Kenya to defend devolution. And, Mr. Speaker, I would be very happy indeed if committees of this House, even if it's 5 or 6 or 7 or 10, to join Isiolo County, to visit Isiolo. And then also, I will request that as all this happens, I will also request that my brother and Governor GUYO be a friend of this House. Whatever will be the decision that will be made, be a friend of this House. We want to sort all the issues in Isiolo. This House is so friendly. And then I'll also request the Assembly, Isiolo County Assembly, to be serious and bring serious documents to this House, Mr. Speaker. Because, as I said, I am...
Senator Eddy.
Mr. Speaker, the question that we are talking about here today is about procedural technicality versus substantive justice. Mr. Speaker, under Article 1 of the Constitution, the requirement and the process for removing a governor is stipulated. Under that article, then, we are told by the Constitution that Parliament shall enact laws for which that removal of a governor will take course. And those laws, Mr. Speaker, is you find that under the County Government Act, Section 33, this is where we are invited to look at the issue of removal of a governor. This is what the law says. A member of the County Assembly may, not shall, may, by notice to the Speaker, supported by at least a third of all the members, move a motion of the removal of the governor under Article 181. So I want you to note the word may, not shall. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, if you read Article 159 of the Constitution, we are guided where the law or the framework of the Constitution anticipated that in the process of a removal of a governor, or even in the process of a removal of the president, or otherwise the deputy president, there can be procedural technicalities that can be caused by things like violence, can be caused by things like impunity, can be caused by any other thing that can make it impossible for you to actually exercise your duty. I am perturbed that in this House I've listened to my colleague senators. No one is asking the question, 16 MCAs who are given this power by the people under that article, Mr. Speaker, under what circumstances did they sit? Does it matter? Do we want to elevate procedural technicality over substantive justice under Article 159 of the Constitution? Because we are invited to look at that article, we are sitting here on a quasi-judicial process. Article 125 of the Constitution makes us a court. And in that quasi-judicial process, then we must abide to the Constitution, that there can be some circumstances under which we must then invite ourselves, because even when we are sitting here, this is part of the procedure. That's why we are sitting here. We need to accord ISOLO a fair trial, a fair hearing to the governor, a fair hearing to the MCAs who have been given powers under Article 181 of the Constitution. And that can only happen by making sure that we go to a full trial. That in that case, and only then, can we be able to protect devolution under Article.
Senator Mofire.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, please protect me. There is a lot of round consultations. Honorable Speaker, I want to support this motion from the onset. Honorable Speaker, as much as the Isolo residents deserve justice, the MCAs deserve justice, the governor also deserves justice. Honorable Speaker, I am an authority as far as county assembly matters are concerned. I have sat in county assembly for a decade. As a member of county assembly, I know all the procedures. County assembly, just like this House, Honorable Speaker, is a house of rule. We cannot have a situation where people would want to sit in some funny corners and purport to have sat down to impeach a governor. Honorable Speaker, we don't want to institute a president. We are senior brothers. We must be seen to be teaching county assemblies the best way to perform your duties. Honorable Speaker, I listened to the evidence adduced by both parties. I was not able to capture any tangible evidence from the county, from the councils, from the county assemblies. Though I'm not a lawyer, Honorable Speaker, I could easily guess from the councils, from the county assemblies, that most of the evidence that they brought before this house was cooked. So in this matter, Honorable Speaker, I want to state categorically that the county assembly never sat. Let them go back. The state senate will be here tomorrow. We shall be here the next day. We shall be here up to 2027. Let them put the house in order.
What is the
the
point
law.
of order, Senator Mandago?
What is it, Honorable Mondago?
Yes, Honorable Speaker, understanding Order 105. And I want to ask the Senator for Tharaka-Nithi, who was also a former MCA, Honorable Speaker, that we have said that let's respect the County Assembly. There are evidences here of public participation. There are so many. Is it fair for the Senator for Tharaka-Nithi to say all these evidences were cooked? Honorable Speaker, what does it take to use correct parliamentary language so that we can have a sober debate?
Now, order, Senator Mofaya. We have not had a chance to go through the evidence as contained in the bundles. So whether they were cooked or not, we cannot be able to tell at this juncture. Kindly refrain yourself from making such assertions.
Well, Honorable Speaker, but I'm trying to narrate how I captured the evidence, because I did not capture any tangible evidence to showcase that the County Assembly really sat. But in that respect, Honorable Speaker, I beg to support the motion, and I want to request my good friends from ISOLO, let them go back, put the house in order, let them follow the law. We are here tomorrow, we are here the day after tomorrow, and we are going to assist them and make sure that ISOLO gets justice, Governor gets justice, and the County Assembly gets justice. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Joyce Chepkoech.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the county assemblies are a replica of the parliament. And the procedures, rules and procedures, Honorable Speaker, are used in the two levels of houses. Honorable Speaker, I have had a number of colleagues trying to defend the debate that is in the floor of the House. Honorable Speaker, it looks weird for this House, and even before the eyes of Kenyans, that we are discussing the procedure, which is well stipulated, either in the order paper, in the standing orders, in the procedures. Today, we are discussing how the Assembly conducted the business. Honorable Speaker, that aside, the biggest question that is running through my mind is, what do we do with the issue? Because it seems there is forgery of documents, there is doctoring of minutes. What are we setting as a House? What are we debating as a House? What are we telling other assemblies? There is an issue that was raised by Honorable Sifuna. I'm not a lawyer, but what are we telling the rest of the Kenyans in terms of the documents that has been doctored, that the Senate right now is wasting time deliberating on it? What kind of business are we handling as a House? What precedents are we setting as a House? Honorable Speaker, I am one disappointed person today in this House. We are dealing with forged documents. We are trying.
Senator Joyce.
Yes, Speaker.
Kindly, the aspect of documents having been forged, you need a document expert, examiner.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Why then, Speaker, are we discussing whether this motion, why are we discussing, Honorable Speaker, whether the motion at hand is, it's so weird. Why are we discussing the merit of this motion that is in the floor of the House? It is because the documents are doctored. That is the question. That is the issue. If the documents are not doctored, then the motion will not be there. Why are we discussing whether the Assembly did a sitting or not? Either it was a legal sitting or illegal sitting. Why are we debating?
Senator Kisang.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also rise to support this motion because, Honorable Speaker, the County Assembly of ISOLO also needs justice. The governor also requires justice. And Honorable Speaker, in the morning or before we broke for lunch, there are two questions you posed to the Council for the County Assembly. That if you play those videos, is it going to show that there was a sitting or no sitting? You repeated twice, and I picked it, that this is what is going to cook this particular motion, Honorable Speaker, because it exposed that there was no sitting. So basically, we would have proceeded actually to discuss the entire trial if that particular evidence was not shown. So it is the council who has assisted us to bring this thing to a premature and early, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, it is important that this is a house of precedents. In October last year, a similar impeachment for the governor for Kericho was brought here. And we debated. We said they required 32 MCAs, but those who voted for the motion were 31. So we discussed, we debated, and then we passed. 34 senators voted yes, and then 10 were in nays. So basically, we stopped at that particular place. We want to tell the County Assembly of ISOLO, please, either you go back with your governor, agree and work together, or disagree and bring a properly motion that has been put through the proper procedures. Otherwise, we're here. Senate is going nowhere. We are still here for the next 2 years. So if you don't agree to work, please, we are ready. It's our job to impeach or not to impeach. Bring him back again. We are ready.
Senator Miraj.
Asante mstahiki Spika. Kulingana na gumzo ambalo linaendelea, ni dhahiri shahiri ya kwamba kuna hitilafu katika kutimuliwa kwa gavana wa ISOLO. Na mimi nikiunga mkono kauli za wengi ambao wameweza kuzungumza katika jumba hili la Seneti, niweze kuzungumza kinaga ubaga ya kwamba ni dhahiri shahiri pia MCA, wawakilishi wodi wa bunge la ISOLO, wako na ari na wako na ushahidi wa kutosha kuonesha kwamba katika gatuzi ya ISOLO kuko na matatizo ambayo yanahitaji bunge la Seneti kuweza kuwasaidia kuyatatua. Na kwa sababu hayo ndio majukumu tuliyotwikwa na katiba yetu ya Kenya, ni vyema basi wasitumie njia za mkato kuweza kumtimua gavana ambaye amechaguliwa na wananchi wa ISOLO. Lakini nikifunga changizo zangu, Bwana Spika, nipende kuwarai na kuwaomba maseneta wenzangu ambao tuko katika jumba hili. Niwaambia ya kwamba tuko na majukumu ya kuweza kuleta sheria ambayo itawapatia uwepesi mawakilishi wadi wetu kuweza kuwaleta magavana wao hapa. Kwa sababu nina imani kubwa ya kwamba asilimia kubwa ya MCA na assemblies zetu katika taifa la Kenya wangependa kuwaleta magavana wao hapa, lakini jinsi sheria zilivyotungwa, zilivyowekwa, haziwasaidii mabunge yetu kuweza kuleta lalama zao katika bunge hili la Seneti. Haiwezekani ya kwamba ushahidi wa kutosha uko mbele yetu, lakini kwa sababu ya sheria ambazo tumezitunga sisi kama wajumbe katika taifa hili, zinaweka vikwazo ambavyo hatuwezi kuingia kuangalia ushahidi ule. Ingawaje ukweli ni mchungu, lakini sheria lazima isimame kwa sababu ni msumeno unakata mbele na nyuma. Asante Bwana Spika.
Senator Mundigi.
Okay, asante Bwana Spika kwa kunipa nafasi niweze kuchangia mjadala wa kutimua gavana wa ISOLO. Mimi Bwana Spika nasema si vizuri sana kwa sababu kuna mipangilio ambaye pale mwanzo MCA wangepanga ndio waweze kukaa na kikao kama ile ya assembly ya county. Bwana Spika, aionyeshi vizuri vile walikaa, kwa sababu nakumbuka katika sheria mpaka wangekuwa na pahali wanakaa, kwa sababu miaka mingi hata wakati wa MCAs na pia councillors wakati walikuwa nataka kutimua yoyote walikuwa naenda wananjivisha pahali, lakini katika pahali yote wakienda hakuna mahali ilikuwa na inazungumziwa. Lakini siku ya mwisho ya kikao, mpaka hata kama ni vita ya misare ama ya bunduki, mpaka wangeingia kwa ile kikao ndio ionekane wanafanya kazi gani. Kwa hiyo Bwana Spika, mimi naunga mkono gavana aweze kurudishwa, kwa sababu kuna mambo ingifuatiliwa. Nataka niambie Senator Andrew rafiki yangu, sio kumaanisha hatujafuata njia ile nafaa, lakini katika Biblia na katika Qur'an kuna kitu inasema kuna mtu mmoja katika Biblia ya Qur'ani alijenga nyumba, lakini mmoja akajenga kwa mawe na mwingine akajenga kwa mchanga. Lakini wakati mvua ilikuja, ile ya mchanga iliteremka. Kwa hivyo wacha hii nyumba ya ISOLO ya MCA iteremke, na itakuwa ni funzo kwa kaunti yote 47, ndio wawe na mwanzo wa kufuatilia sheria vile tutakuwa tunatimua mangavana. Habari hiyo ingine ni kujibu majority mkubwa wangu Serioti. Mambo ile amesema kuna tofauti ya Kericho na ISOLO. Nataka nimuelezee aina tofauti, kwa sababu ile haikuwa na MCA moja ikawa imetemwa mbali, na hii naye kutoka pale kwa mwanzo hakuna pahali inaonyesha vile wangekuwa wanataka kutimua ile governor. Nataka nijibu senator ambaye ni Joyce, ambaye amesema sisi hapa tunatupa wakati. Nataka niambie Senate saa hii haitupi wakati, kwa sababu katika Senate tuko Senate 67. Tunataka kuonyesha nchi ya Kenya, wale watu wanatuangalia vile tuko na ukweli ya kuchambua mambo ya Senate, ndio ile watu wengine wakitimua governor wataweza kufuata njia ile nafaa. Nikimalizia, mimi nasema wacha turudishe governor, na governor tafadhali, tumejua mambo mingi, lakini tunakuomba ukirudi pale, Biblia inasema watu wawili waweze kutembea bila kuelewana, na kuomba uende ukae chini na MCA muweze kuelewanwa, ndio ile county ya ISOLO iweze kuendea vizuri. Na nyinyi MCA kama governor, hata kuja mkae kikao kimoja ya kupandilisha ile county ya ISOLO, tunamuomba mrudishe na tutamtimua kama mmefuata njia ile inafaa.
Senator Sigei.